Greetings Palia housing enthusiasts! In today's video, I will be teaching everyone how to make something I like to call the sink machine. What's a sink machine, you might ask? It's something we can use to sink things easily, and if needed, repeatedly. In the next little bit, I'll be doing my best to explain to you how you can make your very own sink machine at home. Before we get started, we will be needing a few materials. We'll be needing a stack of square concrete pavers. You can use other things to make your sink machine. However, I like to use the square concrete pavers because you can make a lot of them for really cheap and they match up with the grid lines very nicely. Next, we're going to need a bunch of builder's small wood crates. You don't really need the wood ones. Again, the wooden ones you can just make for really cheap. After that, you just need things to sink. For today's example, we will be sinking one of the things that I think people sink the most, which is the Chic Dining Table dyed in shore. And for example 2, we're going to sink a camping bench because, why not? As well, you don't need a green cylinder specifically. Any tabletop item will do. Many people use the gourmet bowl, but for today's example, I just want to show how you can use any tabletop item. So, as you can see, I already have our Chic Dining Table and camping bench laid out here. What we're going to do is start by stacking pavers one on top of one another. Until it looks like we're at the desired depth that we want to sink something. Now, we don't want to be right up close to the Chic Dining Table because, remember, we want to be above the grass. Once we have our stack of pavers, we're going to put a singular paver off to the side. And this is where our builder's crates come in. We're going to take 2 builder's crates. We're going to place one crate on top of our paver. And then take the other crate and place it on the ground beside the paver. After that, we're going to target the crate that's on the ground and use group select. On PC, that's our Alt button. On console, it's your left trigger. This is going to allow us to move both crates. So our crate that has the paver and the crate that we're targeting as one assembly. And we're going to place our crate on top of our stack of pavers. Once you place it, you can take the crates away because we don't need those anymore. You can pick them up. You should be left with a square concrete paver that's hovering right above the square next to your stack of pavers. The reason why this is very useful is that we can use this to go straight down. Alright, and thus our sync machine has been created. Congratulations. Now we're going to place another paver. It doesn't have to be a concrete one, it can be any paver, it doesn't even have to be a paver. On top of the paver that is hovering in midair, this paver here is going to act as our anchor for our table. Once you have your paver there, we're going to grab the paver that's hovering in midair, drop it straight down to the ground, and you know that you're going straight down because these lines here and here should be highlighted in a different shade of pink or purple, or if you're in colorblind mode, they're a different color going on, but they should be a more vibrant shade going on there. And once it's all lined up, we're going to perform our item cancellation. On PC, that just means I'm going to press my number key. On console, that means you're going to have to do your glider jump trick. If you're not familiar with how to do an item cancellation on console, I will link the video to 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐲'𝐬 item cancellation video, so you can give that a look-see. And there we go. Now that this is ready to have something sunk into it, we're going to take our tabletop item, because normally this cannot be placed up here, so we have to do something about that. It's quite simple. We're just going to target our tabletop item, use group select, and that's going to let us place the table on top of our paver. Now, once we grab our paver and move it away from our sync machine, our table will sink down into the ground. You can reset your sync machine by grabbing the top paver and just placing it back on top of the stack. Anytime you want to move that table, use group select, and away you go. For our next example, doing camping bench. Again, we're just going to stack a bunch of pavers until we see the height that we want. It's a little bit too high. There we go, that should be good. Then place another paver. One crate on top of the paver, one crate beside the paver. Use group select on the crate that's on the ground. If you use group select on the crate that's on top of the paver, you're just going to grab that singular crate. But if you use group select on the crate that's on the ground, you will grab both. Bring out another paver to act as our anchor. Drop the paver straight down, perform our item cancellation, use the tabletop item to allow placement. Since we are using a larger paver for this one, we are just going to go ahead and put 2 of those on there. And there you go. For this one, we don't really need to use group select. You just need to angle your camera Alright, I hope everybody found this video informative. If anybody needs any further assistance with this concept, please feel free to pop into one of my live streams. They are every Tuesday and Wednesday from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time over on Twitch. So before I let everyone go, just a little reminder that I have been and I always will be a tiny dragon with the most titanic dreams. And I always will hope that you, wherever you may be in this wide, vast world, please keep your dreams just as big. See you next time.